All right. What's going on, everybody? Hope y'all are having an awesome Monday. Those of y'all, what if you're filing in here as we do this baby live here, or if you're watching the replay, my name's Austin, and of course, this is Fantastic Freaks. Apologize for the little bit of delay there. Had a little trouble getting the microphone here connected. For some reason, didn't want to start up right away. Hopefully it's not starting to go bad because it's not that old or anything, but it's been acting up a little bit lately, so might have to see what that's about. But alas, I see Zen Ginger was whistling the Jeopardy theme song to keep everybody occupied, though, while we waited. That's why she's the super mod, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate all you do, those. And one of my now 5 awesome moderators here. Also going on there, going on the membership there. Membership for a full year now, Zen. Right on. Hard to believe. I've had memberships now for a year. Wow. God bless. Can't believe that. We also got Whip's World. What's going on, Whip? Hope you're having an awesome Monday as well, good sir. Speaking of awesome moderators, we got 2 in the house here. This is Brian, aka Mr. Pepin Creek Aquatics. Hope it's going well with you, as well as Foxanne up there in the old whiskey state there of Wisconsin. Who else we got here while I was late to the party? We got Jeff Kane here as well. How's it going, Jeff? Always good to see you as well, sir. Me and my little announcement there earlier. Zen says our audio and video is good. That's a plus. We also got Coro works in here. Saying don't forget to hit that like button. Appreciate you, Coro. And yeah, hey, you find it somewhat entertaining? Please, by all means, go ahead. Hit the like button. All right, and it looks like for right now, that's all I have in the chat right now. Actually, never mind. Right as I say that, we got Big Shrimpin', a.k.a. Mr. Steve C. How's it going, Steve? Saying, holy thunderstorms, Batman. It is pouring. Not here in Iowa right now. It's we got some clouds in the sky here in Council Bluffs, but nothing looking too ominous over here. We've gotten a lot of rain, though, over the past week, really. We had some isolated thunderstorms here and there as well, but at least for today, we're doing okay. We'll see if that changes tonight, but we'll see. It's been give gentle storms here in the evenings now, but yes, it's it almost feels weird to do a live stream here today after doing a little impromptu stream here yesterday, which obviously a good chunk of you here right now will already know what I'm talking about there, as we earlier did a little leak test stream on one of our tanks here, namely our 185-gallon bowfront tank here, which, yes, we have its light turned on and such here now. I sorted that out while we were away. And yeah, it's full, and after, well, this is actually a little over 24 hours now since it's been full and up to the top of the brim here. So it's so far so good. It has passed the tests with flying colors. Which, of course, some of us may know the initial plan for that, which, of course, we plan to put our Bumblebee Oscar, who's hiding somewhere in my 50-gallon Pentagon over there. Oh, there we go. Now he came to the front here. As I say that, the camera's not even facing him. There's a little guy right there. Probably about 3.5 inches now. He'll be fine in this 50-gallon Pentagon yet for a little while, but won't be too much longer, and he'll be wanting an upgrade, I'm sure. No worries then. Like I say, it was pretty impromptu. I usually, of all the days where I stream, Sunday is usually one of the days where I just kind of like to kick back and relax. So it's kind of an impromptu day where I just kind of felt like, let's just get up, do a little extra work in the fish room, try to tidy it up a little bit, make it look a little extra nice and such. And while I was at it, it's like, you know what? In about over 3 years that I've had this tank, it's just been sitting dry. So before we take much more affirmative action with this thing, we should make sure that it actually holds water, because if it doesn't hold water, it's not really going to matter how we plumb up the sump tank or anything. So we definitely needed to get that out of the way. And so far, it has passed. It's been passing the test thus far with flying colors. Seeing who else we got here in the chat here. My other screen went to sleep here. Pardon me for a brief minute here as I get my other screen back up and rolling. Not sure why it closed down in the first place. There we go. That's better. Oh, yeah. Much better. Much better. All right. Who else we got here in the chat? I wish you would show me what... Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, that's right. So this is also why I do it right here, too. The little extra screen here as well. Tells me more about these membership chats that, unfortunately, StreamYard doesn't show very well. But, yeah, Zen Ginger, an extra thank you again for the membership milestone there. Like I say, I cannot believe that it has already been a year since I've had those. But a year now on the P Puffer tier, which is the tier that'll unlock a whole bunch of puffer emojis if that suits your fancy. All you got to do in order to achieve that level is click the little join button down there. Doesn't matter what level you choose. Each one is just as appreciated as the other one. And all of them will unlock that little emoji deal for you. So if that sounds fun to you and you feel like doing like what Zenny here is doing and maybe even doing a puffer emoji bomb, there you go. Unfortunately, I don't know if I don't think it shows in the chat there, but yeah, the red line, Amazon emoji. We got a P Puffer emoji. Of course, we got Finley because it'd be crazy if we didn't. All sorts of puffers. And the more members we have, the more stickers I get to offer to all of you. So I am thinking now soon of, well, I've been saying this for a while, but I am getting closer to the works of adjusting the I'm trying to think of the words. Oh, the perks and such, because I'll admit some of them I've been able to deliver better than others. Others I've not been able to do as well because I've just not had the time that I would think I would have in the past. So somewhere down the road here, they're going to be changed. Of course, there'll be a little heads up before I actually execute that action. But y'all know. We got 3 of the moderators here now. How's it going, Liquid Zoo? Mr. Matt, always good to see you, sir. Whew, excuse me. And of course, yeah, to become a member, there's Zen with the link. Appreciate you again there, Zen, putting that in there. Or, like I say, you can click that link that Zen put right there, or you can also click the join button if it suits your fancy. But yes, today, I want to talk a little bit about this 185, and honestly, ask you guys some questions. Leave some of the decision-making up to all of you guys, the viewers, since you're kind enough to check back to at least some degree and see my content and such. So this 185 bowfront over here, as a good chunk of you know, we filled this up here yesterday. And those of you that are just filing in now that didn't maybe hear me earlier, this 185 so far has been passing its leak test with flying colors. It's been a little over 24 hours now, and not a single drop. But obviously, as some of you know, we have a little bit of an idea what we kind of want to do with this. I'm thinking it's going to be the next tank for our Bumblebee Oscar, which we showed a minute ago. And I am thinking of maybe getting another kind of Oscar to go in there with him later on. I'm not fully certain on what kind of Oscar that would be yet. I've thought we could do a tiger, we could do an albino. I've seen some other more rare Oscars at conventions that has increased the possibilities as well here now. And long story short, there's a lot of different Oscars out there. I've been thinking of some long fin kinds as well. There's a lot of ideas on my head. So part 1 of this is I want to hear if any of you have an idea. What kind of Oscar should we put in here? Because honestly, well, my top 3 that I'm kind of onto right now would be a tiger. Number 2 would probably be an albino one. And number 3, I'm not exactly sure what it was called, but Twisted Cichlids, while we were at the Catfish Cataclysm in Madison, had some really, really cool ones that I probably would have bought one already if I didn't go a little overboard on my budget while I was there. Hence why you see all the decor and fish inside the 510 plywood tank here. It was a decent portion of why we went over the budget, but but otherwise I was thinking of that, and I wish I could remember what the heck it was called. But it was, it almost kind of looked a little bit like a bumblebee, only slightly better markings in my opinion. I'm probably gonna butcher that, Koro, but get some Mikoji Oscars. They're so gorgeous. I'll have to look at that. And Jeff, I see you down there. I need to click on these comments as I point you guys out. I love the look of June's longfish Oscars. Yes, she has some amazing Oscars. Hence why Only Oscars is her channel name, and fittingly so. Yeah, I have seen her, or a couple of pictures and such of her longfin Oscar, and oh yeah. My only slight hesitation with that is I'm hoping that if I did that, then that this little Oscar that we already have wouldn't nip on the fins. If not, we're golden. But really, that's the only thing I'm worried about, but still might give it a try. But then I'd probably make sure I have a plan B on the side, though, for sure, too. Zen, I like an albino Oscar, or an albino standard Oscar. I also like the Mikoji Oscars. I'm just going to call it Mikoji. He there, even though I see an L there because I'm not great at pronunciation. But I also like the Mikoji Oscars, but they really only look good as babies and juveniles, and the colors get very mudded with age, from what I can tell. I mean, that's more than what I can tell. I saw them. I mean, they were very much juveniles to what Twisted Cichlids had. They were very much juveniles. Yeah, they were pretty much right around the size of our bumblebee right now. To where, yeah, they were pretty... I'd say, yeah, about give or take around the ballpark of 3 inches. And I tell you what, I was heavily thinking about it, but that is good to know. I really didn't know a whole lot about them, though, too. Well, let's face it, I'm still really new in the Oscar keeping thing. But, you know, we'll learn as we go there, too. But, yeah, it's also just... Boy, as juveniles, they did look cool. It's a shame that they would get mudded then out. Their colors, that is. Leo, how's it going? Saying hi, y'all. Hope you've had an awesome Monday here, Leo. As you check in here. Saying just getting back from Washington. I believe that's Washington State. Correct me if I'm wrong there, Leo. Pacific Northwest. I've never been over there, but I need to get over there sometime. Of course, that's for Aquarium Co-op, and we'll have Fishtoberfest over there later on, which, as much as I would love to get to that, I think in terms of big traveling conventions and such, I don't know if I'm going to be able to really do too many more of those here this year. Just a lot of other financial obligations going on here yet. Definitely think I'm going to try to hit 1, if not 2 of the... 1 or 2 of the Quad City fish swaps here. Thinking I'm leaning a little more towards the October one here, because unfortunately here in the state of Iowa, whether if you're on the west side, east side, it really doesn't matter. Once you start getting in November and up until probably about March or so, later March that is, you're playing with some freezing precipitation that is not very fun to drive on, especially when Davenport's about... give or take about 4 hours from Council Bluffs, because you're literally going from all the far west side all the way to the far east side. And the good news is it is mostly interstate, so even in winter weather, it probably wouldn't be too bad. But still don't like to tempt the fates, you know. Big Cat, how's it going? Saying hello, everybody. Hello to you, Big Cat. Hope you're having a great Monday. Well, as great as Mondays can be, as I know some would maybe say, because I get it, you know, we're starting a new work week and such, but hey, the first work week or work day of the work week is already done. So part 1 of 5 is already done and out of the way. We just got 4 more to go. Get through tomorrow there, and then boom, we're already on Wednesday, halfway there. Thursday, you're practically there on Friday, and then just like that, Friday. Yeehaw! Making plans already. Leo, yeah, I mean, I saw a Maboo at a Fish Fix in Iowa. His is about, well, easily double the size of my puffer. I don't think he has a name for that Maboo though. If it is though, it's escaping me right now. But I mean, yeah, seeing Murphy though also on Aquarium Co-op and such. For some reason, my light's still turned off. I'm not sure why that is. But yeah, seeing Murphy from Aquarium Co-op is, well, basically how I got into freshwater puffers. Period. Let alone, keeping now the ones that I do with a red eye puffer, pea puffers, Amazons, figure eights, green spotteds, and then of course the Maboo, Hercules, our Cross River, and Finley. It's it's a good deal. It's been a lot of fun ever since I kind of learned more about freshwater puffers. My total count here in the fish room has gone down tremendously because well, I kind of wish I would have started walking before I just tried to hit the ground sprinting. But, oh yeah, Maboo puffers. It's the first one I saw. And I wanted to get it right away. But when I learned that it grew about 2.5 to 3 feet, even in tanks, it was like, yeah, let's start with a little smaller than that. Whoop, just saw someone else there. Gotta go up. Legacy Hobbyists. How's it going, Melvin? Good to see you. Big Cat, today is a holiday in Canada, so day off with pay. Woohoo. Hey, those are the best kind of holidays. Get to stay home, spend time with family or friends, or just do whatever the heck you want and get paid to do it. It's awesome. Just finished up a first coat of drywall, mud in the basement, getting ready to move the fish tanks all down here. Ooh. Exciting stuff. I remember when we were just setting up this fish room and such. The floor, I kind of wish I maybe would have put something a little more hardy on the floor because we tried to give a new repaint to the floor down here. I know floor paint was weird, but wife said that it would look nice if we did, so I told her, all right, you and your folks go pick one, and we'll do it. But yeah, I felt like that was almost a little waste of money because it's worn off quite a bit. Water goes on the floor down here a lot, no matter how careful I try to be to not be messy. But good on, man. Building a fish room and setting one up, it's always exciting. Vinoski, how's it going? Another frequent visitor here. That's always good to see here. Saying hello, guys. And hello to you. Hope you've been having a great Monday. We now got 4 of the awesome moderators here. Well, I guess technically 3, but you get it. We got fishfam.link in here saying howdy, fish fam. Howdy, fish fam to you right back. Appreciate all you do in terms of gathering us all together here. Giving us an awesome platform also to find different users and such, which a lot of us are already very well aware of. Oh, yeah, cross rivers. I mean, there's a reason why they're they're very sought after. Their spotted patterns, their coloration, very, very cool. And I know a lot of people say that it's okay to keep a Fahawk on a 75. Obviously, I am not among that population. I think a 75 you could do way worse, but I think there's definitely better. Across river, though, I definitely think if you wanted to, you could definitely get away with in a 75. They don't quite reach the size of what Fahakas do. Fahakas, obviously, as we all know, can reach, given great circumstances, reach 18, sometimes even 20 inches. Usually those cross rivers, to what I understand, I think the biggest one I've heard on YouTube is about 14, maybe 15. And obviously, much different deal when you're talking. It may not sound like much when, you're only trimming off a few inches and such versus 18 or 20, but believe me, when it comes to getting a proper tank for the fish, it makes quite a difference. Of course, that's all no news to any of you guys, I'm sure. Steve, I wonder that. I mean, it's probably, I mean, fortunately, I haven't seen too much of it on YouTube. Well, I feel like if you put it on YouTube, though, you're probably begging to get bashed. But um, I have wondered that too, like some popular fish and such that don't get the proper, home size and such. Because I mean, yeah, most maboos that I see at least, they're only about like 3 inches or so. Mine was even smaller than that when I got this little guy. He was like literally maybe about an inch. Like he was just barely over an inch when I got him. He was, I mean, when you see that small of fish, some people don't understand that. Oh yeah, they're small now, but given the proper care, they don't stay small for long. And I'm sure there have been a couple, but I also don't see Maboo puffers at too many national chains either, and that's where I tend to see that though more often. I mean, obviously there's some family stores that I'm sure have done so too, and I'm not going to say guilty of because that's a poor word choice, I think. But I mean, it's one of. I learned that sometimes that when you're at a family store, they just tend to be more knowledgeable, and there are definitely exceptions across the board. But I have wondered that myself, like other fish too, like Oscars and goldfish, and sometimes even arowanas or bala sharks. Heck, I mean, I'll tell you now, bala sharks, I fell victim to that one time. Walmart used to have fish and all that. Um, Dorm room while I was in college with a friend one time. Landlord said that we could have a small tank. And yeah, I came across these thing called bala sharks. And funny enough, my roommate was a marine biologist. I know you can't make that up, right? And we thought it would be so cool to have sharks because, I mean, I like fish. He's a marine biologist, so it just worked. But when we put them inside a, dare I say, 10-gallon tank, which I really cringe at now, I had no idea at the time that those fish grew up to a foot. Because when they said it at Walmart, they said, oh, they get about 4 to 6 inches, which, yeah, as we all know now, is very, very, very wrong. So, but there's also a reason why Walmart doesn't sell fish anymore. So, lesson learned, right? Ooh, Zen, oh no. Hope all the stock and the fish in the tank are okay there, if anything was in there, that is. Yeah, that's a stressful deal. What else we got here? Do 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 do. Well, sometimes even with the smaller species, because I mean, if you look back to like the movie, like when Disney had Finding Nemo, think of how popular clownfish got. And I mean, like I had a different roommate that shared it initially with me and the marine biologist for a while that had no idea how salt water worked. They got a clownfish, just put it in fresh water, and I'm sure you can figure out what happened soon after. Like, there's just, like, even that one. Yeah, got to be careful with some of these, but I'm with you. I understand why he chose a Maboo, because it's definitely a fish that captures attention. Hence kind of why I went with a Fahaka puffer at first, and why, I mean, I also have a Maboo puffer as well. I mean, I got 3 puffers that can grow over a foot down here. So, I mean, yeah, it's a great statement piece when you care for it properly, but that's half the thing. Some people just want to get it and don't think about the price tag that it costs to give these magnificent creatures a proper home and such. I mean, a 125 still has the one. English is hard for me today. I mean, the 125, the only thing I somewhat don't like about those is that it still has the 18-inch front to back dimension. I really prefer the 2 feet front to back. But the reason why I still think that, like, okay, yeah, a 125 is fine is because, yeah, it doesn't have the 2-foot front to back dimension, but you're giving it 6 feet side to side. So in some ways, I'm like, okay, it works. So, I mean, no, a 125, and I know some people think that's weird, like, well, you don't like a 75? Well, it's like, well, yeah, a 75 is only 4 feet long versus 6. 2 feet is quite a difference for a swimming footprint. But, nah, I mean, like I say, the only thing I wish is that I do wish it was just a little bit wider, because 18 inches, I personally am not going to do that with my Fahaka, but I would way rather put my Fahaka in a 125 versus a 75, just so it has a little extra space to swim back and forth to kind of make up for that. That's me anyway. That's my personal opinion. Going through the chat. Yes. We got Vibes Aquatics here, lurking and driving. Safe travel with my friend. Hope you've been having a great Monday there. Hopefully driving home from work on top of that. Yeah, Steve, that's one plus side is that, yeah, Maboos are expensive. I think mine was, as small as it was still about a couple $100. I fortunately didn't end up paying that due to a favor, but yeah. That's good to hear. Everybody is all good. Noticed it right away, so probably less than a gallon got out. Okay, well, yeah, that's not horrible, but fill the tank to the top enough to knock off the algae off the rim and made a mess. Ooh, yeah. That algae, especially if you get it in carpet or something, that can be a royal pain in the derriere to take care of. All right, who else we got here? That is true, Whip. Yes, a 120 is 24 inches front to back, but only 4 feet wide, which it's pretty much the same story with my 150 gallon and that I have for Finley right now. I mean, well, basically my 150 is just the same footprint as a 120, just slightly taller, which really doesn't accomplish a whole lot in terms of a footprint for a puffer. But I mean, yeah, a 4 foot long by 2 foot. If you're going to do a 4 foot long tank, that's me. Then, yeah, I think it's essential to give it a 2 foot front to back footprint there. Like I say, you could do worse because I have noticed that some people even try to just keep a Fahaka and a 55, and that I am dead set against. Like, it's like, okay, no. They grow larger than that tank is wide. So that one, then I'm like, no. 55 is way too small. Hence why I'm also like, okay, you can do worse than a 75. Don't get it mixed. Like, honestly, I'd rather see a Fahaka and a 40 breeder versus a 55. It's not very desirable either, but at least in wider footprint. But that's me. That is true, Whip. Yeah, a 180, which initially I wanted to get Finley a 180 when I first got her. Yeah, the 6 foot footprint, which is also why I'm saying, like, yeah, a 125 then isn't the worst thing in the world, like I said earlier. Like I say, I just wish it was just a little bit wider, but like I say, at least then you're giving it 6 feet from side to side here, which I think makes up for a good chunk of that. But yeah, I mean, if you're only doing 18 inches front to back, and then also, I mean, don't get me wrong, a 75 gallon tank works as a fantastic grow out tank for a good chunk of time. But yeah, unfortunately, once you get to the 6 feet long and the 2 feet front to back, you start getting pretty large in terms of the gallonage. Here we go. Oh, hey, we got June here. How's it going, Only Oscars? We were talking about Oscars a moment ago here, trying to figure out what other Oscar we want to mix with our Bumblebee Oscar and our 185 bowfront. I'm sure you have some awesome suggestions for that. Feel free to drop it in the comments below here. I'm a little bit behind in the chat, though, here, so I got to catch up here yet. How's it going, Barbara? Don't know if I've seen you here in a while. Good to see you back here. Saying, hey, everyone, and Fantastic Freaks recovering from Omicron and hanging out on the couch. Sounds like well, the hanging on the out on the couch part sounds nice on a Monday anyway. Probably what I'm going to do when I'm done with this. That or think about what's for dinner. Got to think about what's for dinner, too. Ooh, speaking of Oscars, June apparently has found some Oscars that she didn't already have. Very cool. And Ooh, zebra Oscars. I can't say I've heard of those before. I'm going to have to Google those once we're done here. That sounds really, really cool, though. Jeff. Sometimes Jeff's like to poke the bear, and I love it. Yeah, I think your Maboo Puffer would outgrow the 5-gallon tank in like 15 minutes. I'm almost down to the bottom. Big shrimping, yeah. I mean, I don't hate 55s. Like, if you want like to me, 55s are a great tank if you want like a small fish that like only grows a few inches and want to get a decent sized school of like a dozen or so, or 2 dozen, like 2 dozen total fish, that is. I was trying to figure out a way to word that. Fish in there that maybe grow like 2-3 inches. Of course, you still got to fill up the tank with plenty of filtration to do that, but it's a good tank that if you want a whole bunch of little fish just swimming around, then I think a 55 is good. But yeah, 55, just the footprint, the 4 foot long is nice, but the 12 or 13 inches, whatever it is that it has front to back, kind of limits some of your possibilities. Makes it a solid grow out tank for some bigger fish, but unfortunately, its front to back footprint makes it not so good of a permanent solution, on the other hand, sadly. My only complaint with them. Otherwise, I like them. And 20 longs, though, actually, I do kind of like myself, because, again, it's a nice, like, if you want, like, a Tetra tank, or, like, say, me, even pea puffers or shrimp, then it's awesome. But, yeah, it's one of those that has a longer print on it, but, again, kind of tight in the front to back, so still limits you a little bit, but I don't know. That's me. I personally never minded the 20 longs. In fact, I'd probably say I like the 20-gallon longs a little bit more than I do the 20 or the 55s, but I don't know. That's me. Leo, it would kind of depend on the size of your tank. I know, and it also depends on like the temperament of your puffer, because of course, just like human beings that we sometimes forget, all fish do have individual personalities and such, and puffers are definitely no exception to that. As intelligent as they are, they most definitely have personalities. I know with Mac it wouldn't work, because I've put crayfish on the bottom there. I put shrimp, which obviously was meant for food anyway, but I also put some loaches in there with him earlier, and he took a little too much interest in those for my liking. So bottom dwellers, I always say with a puffer, be very cautious, or in the very least, if you do it, make sure you got plenty of places for them to hide, because sometimes those puffers, they usually are looking down and trying to find a snail, and if they see that loach wiggling around, they might be like, you'll do. But I mean, I think I want to say maybe Corey had loaches in with his before, so I mean, I could also see where it would work if you have a big enough footprint and plenty of places where the loaches can get away from the puffer if it ever does get a little temperamental. I mean, I could see it work too, but I don't know. Either way, if I did try it, I would proceed with extreme caution, and, well, maybe not extreme caution, but I'd keep a very watchful eye to make sure that the loaches aren't getting picked on. Usually if I ever put tank mates with any of my puffers, I make sure it's a very fast-swimming fish that even if the puffer did want to go after, it wouldn't be able to catch up. Hence why we have rummy nose and cardinal tetras here behind me. Because, well, one, especially when Matt gets bigger, he's going to be so big and they're going to be so small to where, honestly, food-wise, it's not really going to be even worth his time. And even if he did want to, they're pretty fast and they can fit in little tight spaces that he can't. So, I don't know. A little bit of strategy of what I do when I sometimes try tank mates with my puffers. Ooh, yes, Steve. I love those 60 breeders. Those things are awesome. I had one a while ago, ended up trading it away along with a couple other tanks to get this plywood tank behind me. But, oh man, tell you what, later on down the road, I definitely want to get another one. I'm not sure on a timetable for it, but yeah, those 60 breeders, I love those things. Then, for some reason, with ram cichlids, I haven't always had the best luck either, which really, really stinks because I love those things. I mean, for some reason, I mean, they'll do fine for about the first year, but then after that, I can't keep them around. I don't know what it is. I've tried different things. I've tried leaving the water alone and try to keep things consistent. I've tried, some different conditioners to try to get the water to more ideal parameters for them, and both ways just really haven't worked. It's a bummer. Whip, that's actually the size of the tank that I got from Davenport earlier when I went to the Quad City Fish Swap. Unfortunately, that tank, unlike our 185 bowfront here, did not pass the leak test, which really torques me off, kind of. But, it is what it is. And, it's a risk that sometimes you take when you get a used tank. Sometimes they work like a charm and they almost work as if they were brand spanking new. And sometimes they don't. But only paid $50 for it, which still is kind of like, but, I might still try to sell it off as a reptile tank here. Just wish I wouldn't have built a stand for it beforehand. All right. We got Nathan in the chat. How's it going, Nathan? Hope you're doing well, sir. Speaking of awesome folks here, we got Scuba Steve-O. How's it going? All right, I am still considerably behind in the chat. I apologize, folks. I'm going to try to get up there. Yeah, unfortunately, the 60 breeders, they are a little overpriced yet everywhere I go. But it is a bummer. I like those 60 breeders, but yeah. No whip. The 60 breeders are more like a 75, but shorter. They have that 4 feet long, that 18-inch front to back dimension. They're just shorter. Oh, or as Steve C. even here pointed out, precisely. 3G, how's it going? Yeah, 60 breeder has same footprint as, same thing as Steve C. was saying earlier. Yeah. Same thing as a 75 or a 90 gallon per se, just shorter. Well, way shorter than a 90. Just another one of those 4 foot long, 18-inch front to back dimension and footprints. All right, who else we got? We got Caleb. How's it going? The logo says, let's talk fish. I'm always down for that. I'm always down to talk fish. I'm always down to talk football. I'm all in for both. But not as many people in this chat here like talking about football as much as I do, so I stick to fish. All right, here. I'm finally starting to catch up with the chat here. All right. Oh, and I bought the Rams from different places each time. Same here. After a while, was like, all right, well, maybe the one store just didn't have a good bat, doesn't get good batches. So I tried like 3 different places, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I believe in a 3-strike system where it's like, okay, it's not working. Kind of like with me and guppies, but I don't know why. For some reason, me and guppies, that's another fish that just doesn't really work. I don't understand it. At the Catfish Cataclysm, when I was talking with Kenny E, or Danikin Aquatics, of course, we were talking about it, and yeah, we were like, my parameters, because I mean, it's a slightly alkaline. The pH, though, at the same time, though, stays around 7.0, and in the summer down here, it does get a little warm, but I mean, really, overall, parameter-wise, it's almost exactly what guppies like. I've never understood why I can't take guppies in and make it work. For some reason, it just doesn't work out. And I don't get why. Uh-oh. Do 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 do. All right, guys. So since you've all made it this long, I'm gonna show y'all something here. So while in the past couple of days, well, actually since yesterday, talking with KGE Aquatics and such, got into talking about some, trying to get a merch store and such. So, fortunately today, hey, I finally think I got something figured out for that. So, today I'm going to go ahead and show y'all something. It's not quite ready yet, but we're working on the final stages of it. Here we go. How about this, guys? Finally getting a merch store put together. Well, that's just some of it. We should actually get to the main page here. I'm not sure why I'm just showing one page here. Get to the main one. There we go. And yeah, some of the prices are a little higher. That's more because of Teespring and all that. I brought most of the prices down. Not all of these are final. I might adjust a couple of them here yet. But most of them are to where it's not going to be, where the profit I make is going to be pretty minimal, because my thought is, if you guys want to grace me by wearing my merch and such, that's pleasing enough. So I still got Zen's comment up here. I need to get rid of that. Not that your words are not always inspiring, Zen. And yes, I did make a towel, June. It is, well, we also got a sticker here, although honestly, I'll probably get other stickers that if later on, I'll probably just send for later. But those are pretty good size stickers. But yep, we have some sports towels, and a lot of these shirts and things that you see here will come in different colors. I mean, black is going to be just the one that shows up because, I don't know, that's just kind of how I usually get my custom-made shirts. But there's also some other colors here too, so let's see if I can actually find one of them here. We'll go check out this shirt here. So, I mean, you'll see here, you can get it in black. There's well, hopefully it'll work with us here. And as you can see, yeah, you can get it in red. Maybe it'll show it that way. There we go. Green is another one. Unfortunately, Spring Tea only allowed me to allow up to 5 different colors at one time. But yeah, there you go. I mean, you can get it in green. Charcoal gray, if you don't like black or something, just another dark color option there. Or unfortunately, white didn't work very well with the logo, so I didn't go with any of that. But or purple, if you want to mix it up here a little bit. I wanted to try a yellow or an orange, but for some reason that didn't really look good either. But yeah, I think even the towels there, June, I mean, they're like in different sizes too. You can get like a full-on like body towel or whatever. Or yeah, if you just want something more for like a hand towel and such, yeah, we got one of those as well. Obviously, the price varies on size and such, but of course, those measurements are in inches, of course. But like I say, not all these prices are final. I may go ahead and try to bring some of them down here, but I really don't care if I make a huge profit on a lot of these. Like I say, it's more of a matter of I just like if you guys want to buy my stuff, then you know what, that's enough of a price for me. And if I only get a couple bucks out of it, that is perfectly okay. Peplin, not exactly how I'd word it, but I'm kidding, man. Any fat guy sizes? Well, we do have some pluser sizes. We do. I think from our main one here, yeah, we go all the way up to 5X. Or I think we even got some XTs there as well. So, yeah, we got some various sizes there as well. And the T-shirts. I think we also got it in the sweaters as well. Well, actually, I guess that only goes up to 3X. That's kind of weird. I thought I'd put one up to be more than that. I mean, yeah, tank tops. Tried a couple different designs with like different fonts and such there. I kind of like this one here with like a graffiti like style and such. But yeah, most of these go up to at least 3x. There's some of them that even go up past that, like this one here, like you see the hoodie here. We have some of the basic stuff that also goes up to the pluser sizes, as you see too. And then yeah, if you don't like black, you can do gray, or I guess they call it charcoal, or maybe you want navy blue, we can do that. Whatever y'all want. Apparently, according to Spring Tea though, if you order stuff, I think they say it gets delivered in about a week after or so. So it does take a little bit of time, but I thought so too, Barbara. Yeah, I wanted to have more of this stuff available in purple and such. Unfortunately, I say depending on what kind of material or shirts you use, it limits you. But I also I didn't want to give the super like cheap ones that would just fall apart right away. But I did also want to make some stuff that would be affordable to you guys, because I mean, if you guys want it, I want you to be able to afford it. I don't really care, like I say, how much profit I get off this, because if you guys are cool, just want to wear my stuff and all that, that's cool by itself. Absolutely, yeah. So much for the stream, and yeah, I believe the metalheads are going live here today as well. I believe they go at 10 after here. I know Stephen P, unfortunately, was unable to go here as he's not feeling the greatest. But okay, I got to show my favorite one here, though. I mean, I like the slides there as well. Might have to get some of those myself. I wish they'd let me bring it below 40, though. But oh, I got to tell you, I'm kind of torn between, like, I really like the bucket hat as well as the black mug. Unfortunately, the mug, I only have it available in black, because everything else, unfortunately, just the logo came out funny on it. But the bucket hat, it's a one size fits most. The other one that they had available was just like a cream sickle color, which blended a little too much with like the font and all that. I might try to make another logo of Finley there too, where maybe the font is more of a gray and such, so I can maybe make two different options there for that. But I didn't either, Jeff. I didn't get a notification on that yet, but what the heck? Let's check. Are Josh and Jessica going to grace us with their presence this fine afternoon? Or evening, depending on where the heck you're at. Yeah, it's not quite live yet, the merch store that is, but obviously I'll put it in the community tab when it is. I'll also probably post it on Facebook, make a little announcement video as well there when it is. Well, it doesn't look like the metalheads are going live today. I don't see any stream pending for them, so guess not. Yeah, looks like, yeah. Guess not. If he doesn't have it listed by now, I would say, yeah, he's probably not. All right, let's see. Yeah, little merch store, some hoodies, tried some different fonts there as well. Of course, had to get my saying on there as well with the Stay Fantastic, and even those ones. I wish they'd give me a little more of the pluser sizes there as well, like the other ones, but still pretty happy with how that turned out and how they kind of put it at a tilt there. I think that looks really cool. Multiple colors again, because like I say, people like colors. I like giving my people options. I kind of like that, though, with the navy. I think that font goes pretty well with it. But so, yeah, that's another thing I've kind of been up to. That is true, Matt. Yes, Scotty will be on in a minute. Believe 6 on the dot, I believe. Hey, that's true. He is dyeing his beard a new color. That is true. Josh is working on a new color for his beard. That is very true. He might be waiting for that baby to cure up. Zen. I had to threaten, I mean, control my children. Yeah, say threaten on there, and that's like the FBI meme. FBI, open up! Oh, jeepers. Now, Scuba, is that 7 o'clock Central or 7 Eastern? Oh, Nathan, that video already came out? Okay, I'll have to go check it out then. So yeah, Scotty's going live at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Well then, oh, so you're Eastern time. Okay, so then yeah, he's going live right about now. Well, in that case, yeah, we'll wrap it up here. But yeah, later on, I'll announce when all of this is live. Obviously, this is not the permanent store. As time goes along, I'll of course come up with other designs and such because I want to make shirts with my Cross River on it later. I want to make shirts with like my Black Ghost Knife, my Maboo Puffer, or the P Puffer Murder Bean Mansion over there. Yeah, don't want it to just be all Finley and just words and such. We'll definitely come up with other designs at first. This is just kind of we'll call it maybe the prototype or the test subject, just to kind of see how it goes. And, if it gets any bit of little attention, then yeah, we'll work with one of those. Then maybe in a few months, we'll come up with some other designs here and see who's interested in that. All right, here. Well, yeah. Don't want to step on Scotty's foot here too much, so let's see here. Zen, I always forget that you're in Texas sometimes. I never made it to Houston, though, when I lived down there. The furthest south, I made it a little bit past Dallas, which I know is not all that south in Texas, really, once you include the Cape and all that, but alas, yeah, never made it to Houston, though. All right, guys. Well, yeah, it is 2 after, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to jump here. Wife's probably going to be home here soon, ready to get some dinner, and I'm quite ready for some food as well myself. Not sure what I'm going to get here yet, but want to thank you all so much for tuning in here and joining us here on the stream here. Those of y'all watching the replay here, or maybe as you head out there, feel free to let me know if you have a suggestion of what type of Oscar we should mix in with our Bumblebee Oscar in the 50 corner. Let me know your suggestions. We got a few of those, of course, in there. I like the albino idea. I like the long fin idea. June's got me thinking I'm going to have to Google what a zebra Daniel is there. Or not a zebra Daniel, but a zebra Oscar already. Zebra Daniels with an Oscar would not go very well. Be a very expensive snack. But I'll see y'all later. And make sure you go watch Scotty the Fish Freaks stream here and give him some support. As always, though, guys, before this week is through, I'll either have a species spotlight video or think I might also do a fish room tour video here soon, which I've been teasing for a while. But I think it might be high time to get that done. So I'll see you all later. Thank you, Zen, for dropping the link there. I will see you all in my next videos, Fish Fam. As always, y'all already know it. Stay fantastic.